These are the 10 best teams 10 days before the playoffs. At number 10, I have the Los Angeles Lakers. Look, I know people are counting them out already, but I'm not. If we're going by playoff chances, they will be much higher on the list, but we're just looking at how good they are right now. D'Angelo Russell has been really great this year, calendar year of 2024. Some bad games, but Anthony Davis has also been consistent as well, and that's a good sign for the Lakers. You really don't see this usually. At number 9 are the New Orleans Pelicans. I made a video about them just a week and a half ago. It's very relevant to this date, and I suggest going and checking it out because the Pelicans have gone under the radar. You're not going to see them on pretty much any top 10 list, but they actually have been performing fairly decent. Brandon Ingram and Jose Alvarado are both out right now, so they really haven't been as powerful as they usually are, but I'm sure when they come back, they're going to be poised for a playoff run. I mean, they have good defensive players at every position. You have Zion, McCollum, Ingram, who can score in the post, in the mid-range, in the three-point line with those three players. I mean, they're a pretty well-built team, if I'm saying. Now at number 8 is the Dallas Mavericks. They have been hot, man. Until yesterday, they were on an 8-game win streak, and they were just running through teams. Mavericks have been. Luka's making that case that he's not just a trash player in the regular season who doesn't take the regular season serious. No, he has taken it serious this year. He's coming not only for that MVP, but making the playoffs, and he's coming for a higher seed. In all honesty, and Kyrie Irving, I made a video in the beginning of the year saying that if he plays good, the Mavericks will be a contending team, and look where they are now. They are a contending team in the Western Conference. Now, again, these are the best teams right now. This is not a playoff outlook, and I will make that video once the playoffs do start, along with the playoff prediction video. I'll be re-ranking teams and then predicting games of who will win and who will lose. But for right now, back to the list. Number 7, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have clinched a spot in the playoffs, and I mean, they're winning games still, but I'm not impressed. I mean, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been out, so yeah, it's all right that they're not really looking all too well right now. But I mean, when you have Case and Wallace starting, like, can I really take them serious? Because I'm not going to. Chet Holmgren has played every game. He's been good, but Josh Giddey's leading their team in rebounds, assists, points. Him doing it all. Really, Thunder? Moving up, we have the Timberwolves at number 6. Another team who has clinched the playoff spot already. And the Timberwolves have been good recently. Their defense, has been good throughout the year. And we've seen in the playoffs, Gobert defenses on the Jazz have gotten significantly worse. But for the regular season, they've been great. Anthony Edwards has been scoring like crazy, even in the games that he's missed. They've been doing well. They haven't really cut down any bit. Kyle Anderson is an unsung hero on this team, I believe. And with Mike Conley and a few of the other veteran players that they got this year, I think that the Timberwolves are actually a pretty well-built team. I would want to see a little bit faster pace on offense. I feel like they do get slow, they do get boring, they do get repetitive a lot. They're not really an exciting team, but they get the job done, which is what I like about the Timberwolves. That's why they're number 6. Moving into the top 5, we have the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks have been going crazy this year. Ever since the trade deadline, ever since they acquired OG Anunoby, the Knicks have been on a roll. And these are one of those sleeper teams that, while they are on a 3-game losing streak, nobody's really losing hope in them. We know Julius Randle, what he's capable of. He's an all-star. Jalen Brunson is an all-star. And you have Anunoby, who's doing remarkable things, getting double-doubles on a nightly basis, it seems. The Knicks, while they have lost bench depth this year, we can agree that's been the case. They have a great starting lineup. And though, and it's gonna work because they play like 40 minutes a lot of times. Anunoby is an Iron Man, and then you have Brunson, who goes all out, scoring 60 points, 61 to be exact, and still losing to the Spurs. I mean, I don't think that's a testament to how bad the Knicks are. It's just one game. We shouldn't really look at that game as much as we are. At number 4, we have the LA Clippers. Of course, the Clippers are known to never make it past the second round. They did a couple years ago without Kawhi, and they really could have gone to the finals if it weren't for the Suns. But they're ready this year. James Harden has been balling. Russell Westbrook has been underrated this year. Nobody has talked about him. It feels like he's retired with how little Russell Westbrook has been recognized in the media. But, I mean, he's still there on the team. He's still a part. Kawhi Leonard is having an MVP caliber season, even though I think he's a bit overrated, honestly. I don't think he should be anywhere near the MVP race, the MVP talks. Paul George has been great. He had a monster game against the Hornets recently. And I think the Clippers, if we're just talking talent-wise, yeah, they are a top 4 team. As you can probably tell from my list, I do not have the Phoenix Suns in my top 10. I'm not going to put them in my top 3, definitely not. And if one, like I've said, if it were playoffs, I would have the Phoenix Suns higher. But it's not. I'm talking about the top 10 teams right now. The Phoenix Suns are not a top 10 team right now. The Los Angeles Clippers are. Yeah, they did lose to the Kings 2 days ago, but I mean, Sabonis is just really great. Anyways, number 3 are the Milwaukee Bucks. We have been criticizing this team way too much. They are the most over-criticized team in the league, easily. Every single loss of theirs, it's acting like the world, in the Bucks world, is just collapsing. Oh, Doc Rivers doesn't know what he's doing. Such a bad hire. Like, he's led great teams before. We cannot forget what Dame has been, how clutch he is, what he's done, how great of a shooter he is, and we certainly cannot get tired of Giannis being the run and dunk man, are we? Yeah, I've watched too many Bucks games recently. I really dislike this team. Giannis against the Lakers, it was a horrible game. I mean, yeah, he was playing good, but I mean, the rest of the way the team choked that game is embarrassing. And this is not Doc Rivers' nature to choke, even though he has been seen as a choke artist. Whatever, that doesn't matter. Either ways, number 2, the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are the defending champions. I think they've gotten better this year. Jokic's defense he's had to become a bigger part of the defense recently because we aren't playing DeAndre Jordan. So Jokic has had to, maybe kick some balls a little bit more. The basketball is what I'm talking about. And he's had to do some more things on the defensive side, calling out plays. But, I mean, it's all right. They're still a top 10 defense in the league, surprisingly. Number 1, you know who it is. It's the Boston Celtics. They're the best team in the NBA. What do I have to say? The Boston Celtics are so good that every time they lose, people act like the Boston Celtics or the Detroit Pistons all of a sudden, because it's that big of a deal when they lose. It's that rare. The Boston Celtics only lost 2 games in 3 weeks, and were both to the Atlanta Hawks, in back-to-back. Yeah, whatever. They lost to the Hawks twice, okay? And they still beat every other team. It's a special occasion every time they lose because Jason Tatum can have an off night. Jaylen Brown can have an off night. Derek White can go to sleep. Al Horford is in the starting rotation now. And guess what? They're still winning games. You have so many great players and they're always stepping up. Porzingis, while he has been bad recently, I don't think he's a problem. The Boston Celtics are good regardless because they have so much talent. That's the bottom line. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.